Facebook. Good morning. Hey. Hey, good morning, everybody. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning, everybody. God bless. Good morning. Good morning. Who's watching? Let me see. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Hi, Juan. Hola. Hola, Juan. Hola. ¿Cómo estás? Dios bendiga. Mucho cuidado. Come on, guys, tune in. So I got a question last night after I did my live. I got a question on how did I know. Okay, so yesterday I went live asking the fellas, is it okay or is it mentally logical, sorry, Facebook, that a man is sexually aroused and thinks it's okay to penetrate a minor. Hello, Marky. Hello, how are you doing, Marky? Juan. Thank you for the love, Juan. So, yeah. And I had got a couple of inboxes, and a lot of the inboxes I had was, well, sis, how did you get that out of him? How did you find out he was a pedophile? How did you find out he was attracted to young girls? A lot of people have been inboxing me, well, sis, how did you find out he liked little girls? How did you find out he was a pedophile? How were you able to get that out of him? Hi, Cat Daddy. So yesterday I had made a video asking the fellas, the guys specifically, is it mentally logical for a man to be attracted to a minor? I had a man tell me yesterday if it was that he does have attraction to little young girls, like 15, 16, 17, underage. He said that if it was legal, that yes, he would fuck one. That he would fuck them. He has attraction to young minors, and if it was legal, he would have sex with them. So I know logically that's not normal, period. So I made a live last night asking the guys, what's their input on it? Do they find younger women attractive? Would they even get aroused from does the thought even cross their mind? And do you think it's okay to penetrate a young woman? I wanted that too, how the conversation got started. Right, so yes, a lot of people inboxed me and asked me how did I get that information from the man. Okay, I'm going to let you know. And it's very important, yes. And I'm glad you guys asked me that question because, yes, it's very important. The way that I got... Good morning, Tuti. Good morning. Good morning, Lisa. Hi, Cuzzo. Hey, family in the building. What's up, Cuzzo? God bless you. I love you. Love you, Cuzzo. So... the way that the conversation got started was, we were joking, whatever, how you talk perverted and stuff like that. And he happened to say that, that he likes extremely tight pussy. So I said, He was like, yeah, like that he likes extremely tight pussy. I said, well, the only way that you're gonna, experience extremely tight pussy is if that's a female's aversion. He said, right. I said, right. And I said 90% of virgins are little girls, minors. I said, you're saying that you like tight pussy, you love tight pussy. And my response was, well, you ain't going to get an extremely tight pussy with no grown woman. Not extremely tight. Only time you're going to get that is with a virgin. And he said, yes. And I said, only time you're going to find a virgin 90% of the time is if they're a minor. And he said, yes. When I cracked that on him, when I pulled that card, when I said, only time you're going to find a virgin is if she's a minor, he said, oh, yeah. I said, so what you're telling me is that you would like to fuck a minor. He said, if it was legal, yes. I said, so you're saying you would fuck a minor? If it was legal, yes. I said, oh, okay. So you're a pedophile. You need help. So ladies, for inboxing me and stuff, asking me how did I find that information out of that man, that's how I got him to that's how I pulled that information from him. Me, myself, I am a woman of a lot of wisdom and knowledge. I have a lot of experience, especially with men living the lifestyle that I lived, as far as escorting and stripping. I know the men like the back of my hand. Okay? And like I said, there's no offense to you men, but I know every sick intention and fetish that a man has. Trust me, I know. I know. That's why I thank God I lived that lifestyle. I don't regret it. Can't nobody judge me. Shit, you wasn't paying my bills or taking care of my family. But anyway, I have a lot of experience and wisdom and knowledge when it comes to people. I read through people like this. I ask God for the spirit of discernment. I've been having that since a long time. I see right through people, literally. That demon that everybody got on them, I see it. I see it. And there's certain, it comes to me in a dream, or I can spiritually see it on you, or it comes to me in the force of a dream. But I see it. I see it. That's how I was able to pinpoint that that's how I was able to get him to admit that he liked minors. That's how. Because I analyze everything that comes out of somebody's mouth, especially when I'm questioning them, I analyze it. Like a computer, my brain works that fast. I analyze it. Quick. Within a matter of seconds, I'll ask you a question and you answer and keep going on with the conversation. And then after your response, I'm going to pull your cards. I do this in any situation. Any situation. That's what happens when you have the spirit of discernment. You're able to decipher people, their intentions, their insides, what they hide, who they are. I'm able to detect that over the phone, over a computer. I have the spirit of discernment. Yes. Yes. Y'all better start praying for that wisdom and knowledge. Because, it's not easy to get somebody to just say that. Hell no, it ain't easy for a man to tell you he like fucking little girls. Hell no. You got to know how to talk to people. And you got to know how to analyze people. Yeah. That's how I got him to confess that. With that one statement, that perverted statement he made, that he like extremely tight pussy. I said, well, honey, don't no grown woman have no extremely tight pussy. Only virgins have extremely tight pussy. He said, yeah, you're right. And I said, the only time you're going to find a virgin 90% of the time is if that woman is a minor. And he said, yeah, you're right. I said, so you will fuck a minor. Clear. Straight like that. Because when I hit him with that response that only your little girls are virgins, he was stuck. He said, yeah. Yeah. And I said, okay. So I'm hearing this right. You like tight pussy. My response is, you're not going to get tight pussy with a grown-ass woman. Only time you'll get that is with a virgin. He said, yeah. I said, and the only time you get a virgin is 90% of the time is if that's a little girl. And he stopped and said, yeah, because I caught you. I caught you. I analyzed that one little thing you picked up. No, it would have went over a lot of women's head. I like tight pussy, extremely tight pussy. That would have went over so many people's head. Not mine. That shit didn't go over my head. A man tell me I like extremely tight pussy. That was my response. You're not going to find that in a grown-ass man, a woman. Little girls only have extremely tight pussy. And he said yes. And I said, okay. Yeah. The only time you're going to get a virgin 90% of the time is if that's a minor. 90% of the time, virgin women are minors. He's a sick fuck. Yes, he is. He said, yeah. I said, okay, so you're agreeing what I said. Minors are virgins, and that's what you like. He said, yeah. I said, so you'll fuck a little girl. If it was legal. I said, no. Legal ain't got shit to do with it. Because if legal has something to do with it, you wouldn't like little girls. If legal had anything to do, if legal was stopping you from having sex with a minor, you wouldn't even have the thought wouldn't even cross your mind. That's how you know. I already know you probably done already had sex with a young girl. You probably already molested or raped a young girl. Period. Ladies, men, watch out for your children and learn how to read people. Thank you for the inboxes last night. Yes, I am a very smart woman. I have a very good spirit of discernment. I read people like no other. The simplest things you can say, I'm going to read your ass. I'm going to read you. Maybe it's a gift. Hell, my mother got a PhD. She's a psychiatrist. My father was a judge. Maybe it's a gift. I come from extremely smart parents. And I also have life experience. And I also have a God that blessed me with wisdom and knowledge and the spirit of discernment. So ladies, to answer your questions, and men, that's how I was able to find out that that man was a pedophile. That's how I got him to admit to me that he was a pedophile. By a simple conversation. And not only that, I'm very good with sensing them anyway, because I've been through molestation. I've been through rape. I've seen kids that have been through it. So I know all the signs. And like I said, we're going to make another video about that, because it's time for people to start talking about that too. Like I said yesterday, 54, a lot of people think they only got to worry about little girls. You got to worry about these boys too. You have to worry about your little boys. Worry about your little boys too, people. I'm going to say it again. Worry about your little boys sexually too, because they're getting molested and raped too. 54% of little boys get raped and molested, and 51% of little girls get raped and molested. Okay? Watch your little boys too. I'm going to start doing videos on that too. I had got inboxes about that last night. Yeah, it's time for us to talk about that. It's time for us, especially black men. How many men have got molested and don't say nothing about it? I watched on Red Table Talk, Jada Pinkett had a segment with a basketball player. How he went into shock. He had a PTSD moment and ended up in a psych ward because after a game, a basketball player slapped his ass, but like manhandled him when he slapped, like he cuffed it, and he spazzed, like it brung him back. The guy, he didn't even know why he spazzed like that, and it started coming back to him to the point that he ended up in the psych ward, and it was because he was raped he was molested as a little boy, a famous basketball player. What's that other guy? Not Prodigy. What's his name? Oh, what's the other guy who just came out too? Not Common. A rapper just came out about being molested as a boy. Oh, what is his name? I'll find out. But yes, you got a lot of celebrities coming out. Especially these young boys that had coaches and played in for big basketball, NBA, and football and stuff like that. The football players coming out about it. They was molested as kids by coaches. You have to watch out for your little boys too. On the Red Table Talk show, that basketball player made it very clear. He said, you know how many men get assaulted too as kids. He said, and a lot of times that's why we are dogs. He said, I cheated on my wife so much, and I slept around with so many women to prove to myself that I wasn't gay because I was molested as a child. He said, I had to prove to myself as a man. He said, I thought something was wrong with me. What made another man think I was gay? That he could pull down my pants, that he could touch my genitals. Why did he do that? Men go through it too. Men are assaulted too. Little boys are assaulted too, people. It's not just the little girls you gotta watch out for. Stop that. It is little boys too. Little boys are molested and raped more than little girls are. That's a wake-up call. Watch out. So I just wanted to answer your question about my live yesterday. That's how I was able to pull that out of him. Then that's that, and that just comes with, like I said, the spirit of discernment. Wisdom and knowledge, being able to read people. Being able to pick up them spirits and call it out. Keon Dooling. I believe so, Marky. Yeah, from Red Table Talk. And there was a rapper that just came out. He's very famous. So it's not common. It's not common. It was a rapper. He was literally on the radio on 105, and he brung it out to light that men, little boys, that they get molested too, and that he was a victim when he was young. It's time that we start talking about this. It is. Because like I said, a lot of times when child molestation and child rape is going on, and statistics says this too, 70% of the attacker is not a stranger. 70% of your attacker when you're raped and molested is not a stranger. Open your eyes. So that means that's somebody that you personally know, either a relative or a family member. I mean, a relatively close friend of a family member, or a family member itself, a relative. Period. A friend, a family, a friend of the family. The molestation and the rape 70% of the time are known attackers. So what's happening within? People, pay attention to your kids. And we're going to touch base on that because I want to tell y'all it was Common. Thank you, Marky. It was Common, the rapper who was molested as a kid, who came out about it. I want to give y'all tips on how to pinpoint molesters. I want to because I've been through it. And I know kids that's been through it. And y'all need to know this. To protect your children, you need to know this. To protect yourself too. You have to know these things. Period. And even when it's going on in the family, a lot of times, when rape and molestation is going on in the family, like I stated, a lot of the times too, the parents know. The parents know when it's happening in the family. A lot of the times when children are being molested and raped in the family. And they don't say nothing, is it because they're ashamed? Okay? I've been through it too, Raymar. And how you doing? They're ashamed. The parents are ashamed to say something or embarrassed. Or either the parents are down with it. Those are the three. Okay? Half of the time, when a child is being molested and raped in home, it's sad. And I'm here to expose that shit. The parents know. And either they are ashamed, they're scared, or they are down with it. They're selling their kid for whatever needs that they have. And that's a whole fact. Yes. I've been through it as a young girl, not, and it was like outside of my family. I've been through it I was going through it with somebody at school. Yeah. Somebody at school. I never been through it, but I got daughters. I got to stay healthy to protect. Amen. Yes, sir. So, yeah, it's time that, we got to start talking about things, especially as a community, our community. The majority, not the minority. Wake up. Don't let people lie to you. We were never minority, obviously. Especially us majority. We need to speak about this in our community. We need to talk about this. We need to talk about it as a community, period. Because we have to get through it. Too many of us been through it. Especially men. And are scarred. For real. We have to know these things to be able to protect our young. For real. And we got to be able to pinpoint this shit. Because like I said, a lot of times when it's happening in homes too, parents be knowing. We got to be able to start saving our young, period. So we start talking about a lot of things. Start addressing a lot of things, a lot of issues. Mental illness in the Black community. Health in the Black community. Poverty in the Black community. The problem in the Black community. Where do we start in the Black community? Because it starts with us. It's always started with us. We are target because we're superior. White supremacists is in the Bible. I spoke about this at length when the R. Kelly documentary was out. Amen. Yeah, you gotta start speaking about this. You just gotta start speaking about shit in general. In general. Because the Black people are blind. Are blind. Thinking white supremacists don't exist. Thinking racism is over, it don't exist. It's another aspect of it is the community complicit. Right. Hi, Nature Boy. Hello, Justin. So yeah. Good morning to everybody. Peace and blessings. Have a blessed day. God bless everybody. And y'all could, continue to reach out to me. I'm gonna make a post to see like what is it exactly that what are the major issues, in our, like what we feel in our community, what's the major issues, and what we could do to fix it, And my thing is that when I talk about stuff, it's not always going to be pretty. It's not. That's one thing about me, and you could watch my videos. I do not sugarcoat nothing. Whether it's raw, whether it's right, whether however it sounds, I'm going to have to deliver it to you. Bye, sweetie. And that's the bottom line. And many people claim to love R. Kelly, and they have children themselves, which is counts. Absolutely, exactly. How the hell you love R. Kelly and you got ridiculous? Hell, I had to realize. You know what hurt me? I had to realize Michael Jackson was a pedophile. Was a fucking weirdo. I had to put my senses together and really realize, hell, I can't be blind, especially from experience and stuff. It's common sense. Michael Jackson was a bona fide pedophile. He was a bona fide pedophile. He was like iconic, king of pop. You can never take that away from him. You can't take away what's yours. He was definitely talented. But Michael Jackson was a bona fide pedophile. And I had to come to my senses about that. You can't tell me shit about Michael being no pedophile. No, that's the crackers lying on Michael. The crackers lying on him. Michael wasn't no goddamn pedophile. Michael was a pedophile. Michael was a bona fide fucking weirdo. Anytime you're a grown-ass man, no matter what you missed out on your childhood, ain't no grown man in his right mind going to lay in the bed with little boys. Ain't no grown-ass man, no matter what he lost, no matter how much childhood he lost, is going to create a scenery of Netherland, of wanting to be a child again. And wanting to experience childhood with a whole bunch of children and interact with them and go to sleep with them and lay in their bed. Like, come on now. I had to realize that shit too. Michael Jackson was a bona fide pedophile, period. Yes, he was talented. Yes, you love the music. Fact, the moral of the story is, the nigga was a bona fide pedophile. And he took many of little boys' innocence away. Period. So yes, as far as I'm gonna start talking about things. Period. The black man, the black woman, all of it. Shit needs to start being addressed. And I'm gonna say what I'm gonna say, and that's the bottom line. As I always do in all my videos, I'm gonna say what I'm gonna say. It's time that we start acknowledging the truth in our community. As like I said, not minority, because we're not minority. That's a bullshit lie that they feed us. Because if we were minority, they wouldn't been trying to kill us off since the beginning of time. We are the majority. Open your fucking eyes. I'm gonna start addressing shit. Because we have to change as a community. This shit gotta change. No matter how you feel, like I tell people, your opinion, how you feel about something, will never differ from the truth, what the fact of the matter is. Period. A lot of people like to say, well, that's true, but I feel. Fuck what you feel. The fact of the matter is this. Period. Stop what you feel. And stop going on and start acting on the truth. Period. Okay? So shit is going to start being addressed as a community. Because we got that problem as a community. You don't like to hear the truth. The black women don't like to hear about themselves. The black men don't like to hear about themselves. And no type of aspect. What we doing to each other, what we could do to come together. What, you know what I'm saying? Like, the black people don't like the truth. Period. I told my homegirl that shit. I told a lot of people that concept, and they was like, that shit is raw. There's a difference between how you feel and the truth. Period. And I'm going to give you a prime example on what I mean by that so you can click in your head. Mary loves David. Mary knows David ain't shit. Why? Because David abuses Mary. David hits Mary in front of the kids. David curses Mary out all the time. David tells Mary that she's ugly. David mentally, physically, and emotionally abuses Mary. David goes around and sleeps out with tons of women. Tons of women. Okay? Mary knows David is a bad guy. Period. Mary knows this. She knows the truth about David. But because she feels that she loves David, she stays with him. She stays with him. And allows abuse. Do you get what I'm saying? Mary knows David ain't shit. You know the truth. But because you feel, you're in your feelings, you want to defer from the truth. Your feelings will never change the fact of the matter. Just because Mary feels, and just because Mary's in love with David, that does not change the fact of the matter that David ain't shit. Do you understand what I'm saying? Just because Mary loves David does not mean that David is a good man. The fact of the matter is that Mary is in love with a bad man. That's the truth of the matter. It's time that we start living in our truth, is my point. People, that's my point. Anyway, like I said, thank you for the inboxes yesterday and then on the video that I did drop. Y'all have any more questions, y'all can always inbox me. I will be posting on my page, anything that y'all want to address as far as topics that need to be addressed and talked about, issues that need to be solved. It starts with us. That's the bottom line. So I'm going to stop blaming people. Yeah, the white people are after us since the beginning of time. Yeah, white supremacists exist. Yeah. All that. But we don't make shit no better because we ain't doing shit to change it. Keep blaming people instead of living in our truth. Anyway, y'all have a good day. God bless y'all. Be safe and be well. And like I said, yeah, y'all, I'm gonna post and see what topic y'all want to talk about, what topic y'all want to address in general. It's time that we start talking about this shit. Even black women against black women, black hypocrisy, black people being ashamed of being black. We gonna talk. I want to talk about all this shit, all of it, all of it, all of it, all of it. Period. All of it needs to be addressed. All of it. Yes. Yeah. The black women degrading themselves constantly. Yeah. And then having the nerve to call a man thirsty. Or don't have respect for a woman, and they don't have respect for themselves 90% of the time. And that's not even their fault. A lot of times they don't even know how to respect themselves. You know, manhood and womanhood is you know, it's it's an experience. Yeah, you have to grow into that. But be blessed, people. Hello, Mr. Blackfoot. Hey, Richie. I gotta get to work, y'all. I'm working from home. Thank God, you know. And thank God I'm blessed. I'm working from home. And I make the best of this. But y'all be blessed, man. For real, y'all be blessed, man. Be safe. Stay woke. Stay in prayer. And remember who's in charge, like I said, in the midst of it all. Peace.